Date 14th December 2020. Time is 22:37. That is a strange thing about a moment in time. Only in hindsight we realize the value of that moment. Best we can do is being present in the present. Best we can do is live and live today. With precisely these thoughts, despite how difficult it is to actually connect with other people because of the obvious reasons, Thrive welcomes you to Reflections, a sonorous repository of I Am Nagpur. It is our podcast to gather the voices of our dear institute and make sure they echo in all directions. I am Bhaskar and I have with me Aditya, Devika, Ascharya, Anjani, Nityanand, and Naveen. And the first chapter of our podcast is about virtual MBA, the joys and the pains. Naveen, would you start off?
So, Bhaskar, MBA as a process is sharply different from almost all undergraduate study programs. This is clear from the very requirements of the curriculum. More than the learning from the books, we are required to learn from people. More than the planning, we have to learn from the process. And thus, moving this program online must have been a monumental task. But as they say, during adversity, you either adapt or get outdated. And so, here we are with the first question. What were your initial thoughts and expectations when you realized that you are going to start your MBA journey online?
I have to admit that I was disheartened. I had been working 3 years continuously and I really badly wanted a break. So I was looking for a great campus life, and people used to say, no, you have the late night submissions and you go to the canteen, have Maggie and have those rambling conversations for long hours and all that. So I was looking forward to all that, but then all that went in. Yeah, but then I consoled myself. I thought that, okay, this would be a temporary setup and it will go only for a month or something. But here I am completing the term 2 here in online mode.
What my thinking was, just before I am Nagpur, I was working for a stockbroking firm, and there, like, I had been working online since 5 months. So to be honest, I didn't give it much thought. I thought I'll be managing MBA well online, and that it won't make much difference for 3 months. Like, that is first term, as we'll be going on campus in the second term. So, like, basically, I'm a person who always keeps my expectations very low. But yeah, before joining, I had heard a lot of things, that how fun it is to be in an IM campus, and the networking, and each day will be so much of learning.
Like Aditya said, I prepared for my CAT through online videos and online courses. So for me, shifting to an online education was not so difficult, but doing an MBA through it for 6 months online is really difficult. So it was okay for a few months, but while it's extending, it's a bit difficult here.
Well, I was one of those many students who had literally started packing his bags and checking out the trains availability since the day I got my I am Nagpur call letter. And I'm also not very comfortable being online and with the virtual setup always. So yes, it was disappointing for me. Also, I had learned from my friends that MBA is much more about the entire process rather than just the education part. It also involves a lot of things that help you develop holistically. And I realized that I was going to miss a major chunk of all those things. But yeah, we are adjusting now and definitely hoping to get back to the campus as soon as possible.
Even I had the same response to finding out that I am going to pursue an online MBA. I was disappointed too. But the obvious follow-up question is, how did it actually turn out? Not just in terms of your experience, but also how successful has our institute, I am Nagpur, been in this transition?
So, Bhaskar, well, I can't compare and put forward the reality versus expectation scenario since we have not been on campus. But I think our institute has done their best, be it the induction process of 15 days, to put us into the rhythm. And that was really a roller coaster. Or the online lectures, to be honest, it felt really very fine, though I won't lie that there are many distractions which would have not been there in the physical class. Also, I believe that our networking has affected in some way. So, like, I stay in Mumbai, and our peers have met 2 to 3 times. But there is always something that comes up, and I end up canceling on meeting with them, and which has affected my networking. As far as activities go, all our clubs are trying their best to carry out the events well online. And being a club executive member myself, I know how difficult it is to carry out an event. I'll just say that the overall experience was a learning one.
I also completely agree with Aditya. I mean, I think we should thank our seniors and even our faculty, our institute, everyone for making it this cool. I wasn't having any expectations, but when I joined, the usual excitement that you have when you're joining an IIM, I did have that, probably because of the first 2 weeks of orientation. The sense of belongingness towards, I'm part of IIM, and that kind of feeling, the love, the respect you feel for your institute. I think the first 2 weeks of orientation did that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. Even for the lectures, as Aditya said, some of the professors have been using the features of Zoom and all these videos and all these things so well that they are covering it up. So yeah, it's cool.
For me, like when I was engineer, like I used to watch these NPTEL videos where the professors used to use doc cams and it will be displayed on the screen. So those were interesting for me. And when I came to class and it was there in right front of me, it was so exciting. And I was like, yeah, right now we are in IIM. So that was the feeling I had.
I think when it all started, like we were told like we would be soon to campus very soon. But so far, like the lectures, be it your case studies, even the corporation that we are taking part in, all of these things, I think somewhere or the other, I still feel that I'm so much connected that even I'm physically here, but my heart is there only. And I am not able to meet my old friends, but I'm still connecting to all the new ones that I have made in IIM.
Definitely, Anjani said a very good thing. Like we are physically present in our homes, but mentally we are at IIM Nagpur. And the college has done a tremendous job. I think they have made the transition very smooth for us, be it uploading our assignments in Moodle or just attending classes. Those have become very easy. And I think even we have as students done a good job in adapting to all this despite our expectations. I think even we have adjusted very well now, and that has been one of the things that we have learned, or one of the skills that maybe we have developed, how to handle online classes and to do our work as efficiently, or at least as efficiently as we can, as we had we been close to campus.
I'm so glad you brought up the point of picking up skills, because sooner or later we were expected to have this virtual connection with people, because international boundaries are disappearing and we are required to connect over not so in-person means. That caters us to the next question. Tell me, what are the good things about experiencing this MBA online? We'll get to the bad part as well. That's a follow-up question of this. So what are the good things about this?
I think one of the best things can be that we get to eat home cooked food for a long period of time and at regular intervals without any problems or hassles. Food is one of the biggest challenges, and there is we heard this thing that no mess is actually a good mess. There is a saying that. So that has been one of the biggest advantages, and apart from that, we don't have to hustle around classes or go anywhere else for anything. We literally get everything where we sit. So that has been one of the main advantages of MBA online.
Actually, there are a lot of positives in online education. For a morning class at 8:45, you can wake up at 8:30 and then reach the class. And if there's a rainy season, you can go sit on your bed, surround yourself with pillows, and then attend the class. Where else would you get this, bro?
Nityanand, I too wake up at 8:43 for the 8:45 class. Apart from this, there is also one more thing. There are few subjects which require tools like Excel and all that. So, I think in the online mode, it's more easier when the professor shares the screen and you can do it parallelly in your system also. So, I think it's an advantage for those subjects.
Adding to this, whenever I am facing any doubt, I can watch the recordings all over again because it's with us. If we are doing it physically, then we won't get that chance for sure. And I think another benefit that I can think of is I sort of left my house when I was doing my graduation. So like after almost 5 or 6 years, I was not with my family. So now I'm getting this much of time to spend with them.
Even I think that there are many good things about online MBA. Like there is a lot of comfort. Sometimes we just, as Nityanand mentioned, we just wake up 10 minutes before the class and maybe change a t-shirt and sit in front of the laptop, or as Ashari mentioned, right? So now I have my family here, and my mom cooks some delicious food, which I think I'll be missing on campus. And of course, there is so much fun and awkward moments. For example, in one incident, in the latest exam, one of my batchmates was singing a song or something and didn't realize that he was not on mute. So I feel that the best thing about the online MBA is the online MBA itself, because now we will be cherishing the actual MBA even more when we go back to campus.
Perfect. I don't think I could have summed it better myself, Aditya. Now let's have the avalanche. What have you been missing out on these two terms? What are the bad things? What are the pains of this virtual MBA?
Okay. The worst thing that happened is I'm gaining a lot of weight. So obesity is the first culprit. And the second I can think of is eyesight issues. I think many of us would be going to doctor soon if this would continue for more months.
For me, more than all these things, what I'm missing out on is people, talking to people, not like this, but like outside real talking. I was and I'm still not comfortable with this all virtual friend making thing. I think peer learning would be the most important thing in MBA. I mean, rather than all the lectures, and I feel it has a lot. If we were in the campus, I think me and Nityanan would right now be speaking very fluently in Hindi. Those kind of small things, it really does matter. I'm really missing out on all that.
Devika, like I can completely relate with you. But I also think like that traditional MBA are more into inhibiting discipline. Even the laziest one will, be shaped into a more responsible person. But I feel that in the online MBA, as there is no one around you, you can cheat it most of the time. And you will have to have a very strong self-determination to be disciplined. The second thing, well, there are many things, but I feel that the hostel life is something I wanted to experience since I have not stayed outside Mumbai or my house for a very long time. And of course, it is an IIM campus. So yeah.
I would also like to add forward to Anjani's point, like we always need to stay connected with technology. We always need to be connected with our phones or our laptops so that we don't really miss any important messages. And we know there are a lot of important messages in MBA. So we really can't afford to miss any of those. We always need to stay connected. And we are physically present in our homes, but mentally we are at IIM Nagpur. And that is a very odd situation, I think, to be in. And of course, as Bhaskar said, if we keep on going on, it will be an avalanche of problems. It will not keep stopping. So these are the two, I think, the main problems which I can think of.
All of these problems are well taken. I think I can relate to all of them. And I'm sure everybody who's listening can relate to them too. So problems are there. How are you guys coping up with them? Is there something that you do during the day, something during the evening, 1 hour of this, 1 hour of that? Is there anything that you can think of to cope up with this?
To be honest, Bhaskar, initially I gave up. I just thought like staying in front of the laptop for 15 hours, reading cases, attending lectures, webinars, induction, and all of this. I thought that it is not possible for me. Networking with people on WhatsApp is not who I am. And there is no such thing as fitness in my life. So all of this ranting continued in the beginning, but as we are here in the second term, I think I've got over it, and now I'm in a stage where I see everything as a learning. So like I've managed my club events, lectures, projects, assignments, and just now completed a live project, all of this together. So now I go for a jog on most of the days, if nothing is scheduled in the evening, or just pick up my camera and script writing and shoot something. So I realized that all of this struggle was genuinely necessary because now I value my time even more.
For me, I think what I'm doing is I'm forcing my mom to cook my favorite dishes almost every other day. Today she made gajar ka halwa for me. Tomorrow I'm planning for pani puri. So yeah, it's going good this way. And other thing that I'm doing on a regular basis is going out for the evening walk. So this is like a regular thing I'm looking forward to every day.
So what I do is I enter these group calls. It feels great when you hear you are not the only one in this bot and others are also syncing with you. That's a really different point. And also we do a lot of group Scrabble. So even that is it. I mean, we have gone into these online games and that is really, it has that calming effect on me.
Devika, I couldn't agree more with you. Scribble, that's the best thing we have got. And after that, what I do is I just sleep. Sleep is the best thing I've learned during my online MBA classes. Sleep whenever I get time. That's the thing I do.
So guys, I think the one positive thing that has happened in this pandemic is that my school friends and college friends are again back in town. So my coping mechanism is just going on my bike and taking long rides with them on weekends or even on weekdays if I get the time. That is very soothing, and we roam around town. And apart from that, we have these random Zoom calls and random WhatsApp calls, and the day doesn't seem completed if we don't have one or two of those. I think these have been the coping mechanisms which has helped us in these difficult times.
I can think of a couple things to that. First, we are discovering new ways of connecting with people, and that is a blessing in disguise of this pandemic. Secondly, sleep is endless, regardless of how much you get it. So I've started telling myself that sleep is for the weak. Although it doesn't really help, but it's something. As we head towards the end of this podcast, I have one last question for you. If you had to describe this 2 months, 2-term experience of your online MBA, and you had to do it in one line, how would you do it?
Bhaskar, personally for me, it is a mix of both good and not so good experiences.
For me, I would say exponentially losing excitement, but then it is again going back up, hearing that we are going to be back in campus soon.
I think we have several places to focus, and managing them all is the goal. If not perfectly, but then adequately.
Well, on one side, it has been slightly disappointing and not so dynamic. But on the flip side, it has definitely been innovative and again exciting also.
For me, I would say that we all are socially distant but intellectually very close, and that all of these challenges have genuinely helped in my growth.
Some great one-liners, and I cannot help but add one of my own. So these 2 terms of virtual MBA have been like the darkness before the dawn. You have to experience that just to be able to appreciate what is going to come up ahead. So whatever disappointments, whatever pains we have had during these 2 terms, I'm sure they weren't very enjoyable, but they were important for us to realize, okay, what good is going to come up ahead. On that note, we would like to end this one. Thank you so much, Nityanand, Devika, Anjani, Ashcharya, and Aditya. Thank you so much. We hope you had a good time. We hope you had a good discussion. We'll keep moving and stay tuned for future chapters of Reflections. Thank you so much, guys.